This is Arctic Air. It's a personal space cooler as seen on TV, but does it really work? Let's find out in today's review. All right, here's a quick overview of the Arctic Air. It's a pretty simple device. You add water in here. I'm not sure how much, I'll have to figure that out. 3 buttons. This controls the night light, which is only on this side, by the way, not on that side. Fan speed here, power button there. There's also a filter that can be replaced right here. They say replace it every 6 months, which that's fine. That's about the whole summer here in Vegas. And online, they're currently selling those for $10 for the replacement filter. Plug it in back here. The other end of the cord can be plugged into a wall or a USB port. Let's see how much water this takes. That was 16 ounces, it can hold a little bit more than that. Okay, it looks like it holds about 20 ounces of liquid. I plug this thing in and let's try it out. They say it's supposed to take 3 minutes for the water to absorb into the filter, so let me give it a couple minutes and then I'll see how cool it feels. While I'm doing that, this is the night light over here. You can change the color of that. Kind of cool. And the other thing is that the water is supposed to last about 8 hours, I think on low mode, so I'm not sure how long it'll last on high. I'm absolutely just doing nothing to kill time right now. Just killing time. So I want to interrupt for a second here and point out that the unit I originally bought was defective. The water wasn't leaving the reservoir, so I wasn't getting any cooling. So when you hear me refer to that from here on out, that's because the unit I had wasn't working properly. So back to the review now. All right, so I'm on my way back to the store to get another Arctic Air because I kind of decided the first one I got was defective, and here's why. First of all, I ran it for several hours and I noticed that the water level had not gone down. Then I pulled the filter out and the filter was not wet and it was blinking low water level, indicating that it's low water even though it was full. So something tells me the water indicator or something is not right. So I'm gonna get a second Arctic Air and try it out, which means everything I did yesterday is kind of wasted if it was defective. But it's also good because I wasn't having very good results with the Arctic Air on my first test. So maybe that's the reason and it can redeem itself with a fresh new unit. So I'm gonna head to the store, buy a second one, go back and redo everything. So here we go. All right, if you're wondering why I have 2 Arctic Airs here, this one is plugged in and this one's not, because the first one I bought was defective. In fact, I spent a whole day trying to review this and I didn't realize it wasn't working properly. So I've just gotten back from getting the second one and I already noticed a significant difference in the air temperature from what I got with that one when it wasn't working properly. It's a good thing because if I hadn't realized it was defective, I would have given this kind of a bad review. As I'm feeling the air come out of there, I'm much happier about the temperature of it. It's 80 degrees in here. Let's see if it can cool it down at all. This is a cheap $9.44 Walmart fan and my $40 Arctic Air. Now as I put my hand in front of them, now with my defective unit, they were the same temperature. With this one, it's significantly cooler. I definitely feel a difference. I really don't feel much of a difference. They both feel like a cool fan blowing on me. And as I have my thermometer in front of it, it has dropped a degree in about a minute. So Arctic Air Mach 2 is off to a good start. Definitely feel a difference in temperature. Oh, look, went down another degree. All right, it's been about 5 minutes and it's dropped 5 degrees in front of the Arctic Air. Now, keep in mind that when I had my defective unit, it didn't drop at all in an hour. All right, this is the second time in 2 days I've had to sit in this hot blazing car as my hot car test because the first day I tried it, my results are terrible and that's because my first unit was defective, so I'm doing it again. I don't know if it's gonna cool down any more than that, but I'm gonna blow it right at myself and see if it makes it bearable in here. Because it's actually really, I'm wearing a black shirt too, what am I doing? It's not really that cool. There is water in there, I just checked, it's full. It's on high, and it's not that cool. I gotta get out of this blank car because it's not cool. And I'm slightly disappointed because the car was a little hotter yesterday. I think it was 107, 108. Today, it's only 102 in here. I'm not even sure I need the Arctic Air in something as cool as this. But we're gonna try it out. Now I know this Arctic Air is working. Hopefully, I have better luck than I did yesterday. I'm sure I will. Let's check it out. Fortunately, I know that it works in the USB. Cool. That is cool, you can use it in the car. I'm sure you're not supposed to, but I'm doing it anyways. All right, I'm gonna put this right in front of it, and hopefully we get some results. Yesterday's results were pretty bad. I got nothing because it was not blowing cool air. It was just blowing the air around. So today I'm gonna let this sit for a couple minutes and see if it decreases at all. This is the indoor temperature in here. Outdoor it's 84. In this nice brisk car it's 102. And I can definitely tell a difference. I mean, yesterday it was just blowing hot air. Now it feels comfortable. While that's blowing on my thermometer, I wanted to talk for a second about the evaporative cooling properties in a dry climate like Vegas where the humidity is very low here. And it will work very well. In fact, I had the same conversation when I was doing my cooling towels, which I'll also link right up here. But when I did my cooling towels, I took them to Hawaii with me. They worked in Vegas, they worked on the west side of Maui. They didn't work so well in Hana because it was very humid there. If you live in a humid area, more than likely you're just gonna feel like it's a regular fan blowing warm, moist air around. You need a dry climate for evaporative cooling to work efficiently. In Vegas, it'd probably work. Florida, not so much. Let's check out the thermometer and see how much it's cooled down. It's only been, I'm looking at the time here, I've only been filming for 3 minutes. And it was 102 in here. Let's see what the thermometer says. Oh, look at that, 97 degrees. It's dropped 5 degrees in 3 minutes. I have faith in the Arctic air. I have faith in it. See, yesterday was disappointing. Oh, another degree. Yesterday was disappointing because I had it in here not realizing it wasn't working right. And I sat in this dumb hot car at 107 degrees for like 10 minutes and it never even budged. Here, it's already down 6 degrees in 4 minutes. So I'm very happy about that. All right, so the Arctic air is finally working. Woohoo! If your Arctic air seems like it's not blowing cool air, check the filter, and if it's dry, there's a good chance you got a defective unit like I did. I see this down to 95 already, so it's still cooling off in here. In fact, I'm actually blazing right now. I'm gonna blow the Arctic air right in my face. Ah, it does feel pretty cool. It's not just a fan blowing warm air at me, there's actually cooler air coming out of here because of the evaporative properties. If I was in Florida, I'd be feeling warm, moist air probably. It doesn't have a huge range, like I'm holding it over here, and I don't really feel it that much. You kind of need to be pretty close to it to really get much of a benefit from it. But I am feeling cool air out of it. I'm pretty happy with it at this point. So I guess we just keep testing and see what happens. I think next up I'm gonna try and see if I can get it to run off of the Solar Juice Pro. If you remember my review of that one from last year. Let's see if I can get that to work. All right, here's something I wanted to try. I'm not sure if you're really supposed to do this. I'm sure it's not recommended, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna see if I can power the Arctic air with a battery pack like the Solar Juice Pro here, which I did review the Solar Juice Pro. The solar panel doesn't really work, but it does charge your phone a little bit. But let's see if it can actually power the Arctic air out here, so I don't have to worry about extension cords. Let's check that out. Okay, there's our precious Arctic air and the Solar Juice Pro. So the Arctic air is plugged into the Solar Juice Pro. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's working. You can't see the light because it's bright out here, but it is working. I have mobile air. Now it's windy out here. I don't even feel that. I feel it right in front of it, but out here, I guess I feel a little bit. It's not strong, but it's a cool breeze. I'm just glad I can actually get this to work. Is this an ill-advised thing to do? I think it's cool anyways. It does work, and I do feel cool air. And it's pretty warm outside, so the air coming out of there definitely is different than the air blowing around out here. I should see if Bailey likes the Arctic air. What's that, Bailey? What is that? Oh, Bailey likes that. She has to inspect it again. What do you think, Bailey? Is it okay? I think tonight I'm gonna see if Bailey wants to sleep next to this, because she actually sleeps with her face next to my door when it's closed, so there's a breeze from the rest of the house coming in there. She might actually like the Arctic air. This might be Bailey's new toy, right, Bailey?
Good girl, good girl, good kiss, 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 kiss,
oh, kiss, kiss, kiss. All right, it's the Arctic air versus the $9.44 fan from Walmart. I'm gonna put my head in the middle and see which one's the strongest. Now, unfortunately, if I had hair, you'd be able to see my hair blowing. Maybe I can remedy that. All right, it's time for some emo hair here. Let's see which fan is stronger with the hair test. The Walmart fan is stronger, but the Arctic air is cooler. Can you see which one's blowing? Stronger, cooler. This wasn't even all the way up either. Oh, much stronger, much stronger. I get this out of here. It's ridiculous. Definitely stronger, definitely cooler. Let me try blowing them both at me here. Should I put my emo hair back on? Let's try this. All right, there we go. Now one thing is you can adjust this Walmart fan like this. This one you really can't adjust vertically. With the stronger fan over here, it doesn't feel like a huge difference. This is definitely cooler, but this being stronger offsets it a little bit. Interesting. What do you think? Oh, I caught you, Bailey. Oh, I caught you sleeping next to the Arctic air. It's been 3 hours and 10 minutes on high, so it lasted 3 hours, 10 minutes. Lows, 8 hours, and Bailey really seems to like this. She's been laying in front of it almost the entire time, right, Bailey? Oh, now she's got to get up. You like the fan, huh? I think the Arctic air is a hit with Bailey. You look like tired Bailey. Well, she likes it. On high, I got about 3 hours of use out of the Arctic air. On low, it lasted me only about 6 hours. Even though they said in the commercial lasts 8 hours, I guess your mileage may vary based on environmental conditions. I got 6 hours out of it. Now, some people have asked me if my unit was leaking, and mine hasn't, although I've heard that other people have had that problem. In my case, it hasn't, except for when I carried it full of water and I tilted a little bit, some water did leak out. Otherwise, I've had no problems. All right, just a pro tip that I discovered, and also a commenter suggested this as well. If you want it extra cold when you're using the Arctic air, use ice water and you'll actually get more cooling. Comparable fans will blow stronger, although this does blow cooler. Now, how close you have it to you and the space you want to cool off will affect whether this outperforms a regular fan or not. I have it right next to me here outside, and I do feel it, even though it's breezy out here, because it's cooler than the breeze is. If I had it several feet away, I wouldn't feel it so much because it's not really that strong. I do feel it, but it's only a foot away from me. I still feel it. It's a couple feet away, but I don't feel it as strong. No surprise there, right? You really have to be right on top of it, especially outside if you want to feel any cool air from the Arctic air. So in the end, I think your mileage may vary. It's not only about how close you have it to you or how much of a space you're trying to cool, but also the environmental conditions, how humid or how dry it is in your area. All those things will affect how much the Arctic air works for you. I picked up the Arctic air for $40 at Walmart, and if you want to buy it for yourself, I'll have a link in the description below. Have you used the Arctic air or something like it? Tell me what you think in the comments below, and please follow my social profiles for progress pictures and videos as I go. And please subscribe for more As Seen on TV product reviews from me, James White, with Frequent Reviews.